We're live. It is week 4, game number 9 of the 2021
from Bank of
NFL
America
season.
Stadium in Charlotte, North
It
Carolina.
is between
This
the
is
Arizona
NFL
Cardinals
21
going up
on
against the
EA
Carolina
Sports.
Panthers. We are in Carolina. Let this go and see you afternoon.
We'll see Teddy Bridgewater and the Carolina Panthers taking on Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals. EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Arizona Cardinals. Joey Sly, the kicker, stands ready. And off we go from Uptown Charlotte. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Cardinals making their way out, and it's the number 1 overall pick in 2019, Kyler Murray at the helm.
I still remember being in Indianapolis at the Combine when the results of Kyler Murray's height was announced. And when the tape measure showed him at a little bit above 5'10", all doubts went out the window, and rightly so. The Cardinals went 5-10-1 with him last year, but he was the NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year. This guy can make great plays with his arm, can scoot with his feet, and has motivated his team and has him on a really good upward trajectory.
First down, Murray. And his first pass is incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target, and now it's second down.
Can't up the man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. From the 24, they'll go again on second and 10. To throw again, Murray. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Drake. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They needed a yard. They got it. First down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive. Couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Shotgun now for Murray. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
And there's the beauty of Kyler Murray because we all know he can get it done through the air. Terrific right arm, and nowadays we don't even talk about his height anymore. He's shown that he can see downfield and make throws, but he also possesses wide receiver speed. He can call his own number or scramble and turn it into a big play as well. Kyler Murray, a dual threat at the quarterback position.
Murray throwing complete here to Drake. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there, first down.
I'm not sure if this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive, He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Yeah, absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, it should open up his running game, too. And now he'll tuck it and run. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he stopped and avoids the hit for good measure.
On first down, Drake. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Came out of power set. That only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Murray. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tahir Whitehead. Past the 20, 10. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. Now leading out the Panthers offense, a new man in charge for 2020, a member of the Saints the last couple of years. It's Teddy Bridgewater.
What an audition last year for Teddy Bridgewater in New Orleans. Not one that he expected to have happen with the injury to Drew Brees, but he stepped into the breach, and the Saints went 5-0 in his starts, and he showed the rest of the league he was ready to be a starting quarterback again. Now he gets his opportunity with a brand-new head coach, a brand-new organization in Carolina.
From the 2, here's 1st and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Panthers are going to take a first quarter lead.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just had an insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Now the try here for the point after. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Joey slide out, a kickoff after the touchdown. On the return, Andy Isabella. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Ball going back to the Arizona Cardinals, who got back into the win column in Week 5 after a 2-0 start. They had losses to Detroit and Carolina, but their visit to the Jets may be the definition of a get-right game. They went 30-10 to move to 3-2 on the year. Now the Cards rolling up almost 500 yards of offense, paced by a career-high 380 yards, Charles, through the air by Kyler Murray, who had a touchdown pass and another one on the ground.
Yeah, and you're right about that. It is a get-right game against the Jets right now, and everyone trying to find a way to get them on their schedule, but this was a top, let's face it, Arizona's in a really top-heavy division. because the NFC West, the front runners are Seattle. They're now 5-0. The Rams are 4-1, which I think for a lot of us is a little bit of a surprise. But remember, they were in the Super Bowl just a couple of seasons ago. But now they have all 4 games with those teams remaining. So that means their schedule's out in front of them. If they keep going, now the problem is they just lost Chandler Jones, their star defensive end outside linebacker, their great pass rusher. It looks like he's out for the season. That hurts him on defense, but Kyler Murray can keep flinging it around and running. Ooh, they could be tough. They go to Dallas, home for Seattle, and then their open week in week 8. And that would be a well-deserved open week when they get to it.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Yeah, he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
2nd down and 5. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Yeah, he's going to keep it here. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Murray to give. This is Drake. He will have the 1st down. He's brought down up near midfield. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. And they'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
2nd down and 8. From the gun, it's Drake. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. They're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
On any running play they call, they're always hoping it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Yeah, he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Partner, that's another short run there, and I think the easy thing is to look at him right now and say, let's get away from him entirely. Let's start throwing the football. But I don't think you ever entirely abandon the run. It helps set a tone for the game for you, keeps your offensive linemen feeling good about themselves, and it actually tamps down the defense's pressure because if you just throw it all the time, it's going to tee off with the pass rush.
On fourth down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Back deep, the dangerous Pharaoh Cooper. The Carolina Panthers, one of the surprise teams really in the NFL. They began 0-2. They were facing the prospect of playing a big stretch of games without their all-pro running back, Christian McCaffrey. But now they've run off 3 wins in a row, beating the Chargers and Cardinals. And then in Week 5 in Atlanta, they get the victory over the winless Falcons. And Coach Matt Rule emphasized a team victory, Charles, saying after the game that the NFL is perceived as a game of superstars, but really it's not.
I like what he's saying, and that's part of the college coming out in him, right? You know, when he brought him from Baylor before that Temple, but he was an NFL guy before. I think what he's really trying to say, Brandon, is that, yes, it's perceived as a game of superstars, but it's not. Well, it actually is a game of superstars, but can you mold them into a team? And that's what Matt Rule is doing quite well in Carolina. I know people say this team folded 10, but they're right in the thick of things right now with 2 wins in a row. Chicago at home, that's going to be a fun one to watch to see them match up against the Bears defense. At New Orleans in the division, and then face the Falcons again October 29th, a Thursday night.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down." They love being physical.
Line of scrimmage to the 31 now on 1st and 10. Bridgewater getting this complete to McCaffrey. Giving 6 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
I give some credit to the defender on that one. He read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete.
And that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
On 4th down, the Panthers call on their undrafted rookie from South Carolina, Joseph Charlton, to punt, as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And he couldn't get it to check up. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down, it's Drake. And he's able to get out to the 32, right down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report with business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coaches' 2-minute drill.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Now, switching this for a second. Look, Charles, we know it's part of the game, but injuries, again, a big story in Week 5. Most notably, of course, Dak Prescott. Pretty severe ankle injury that's going to keep him out the remainder of the season. And that's really just the latest in what has been a tough year already. You could probably build an all-pro team. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. Running from the shotgun with Drake. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Andy Lee now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Bridgewater on first down. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Out of the gun, Bridgewater to the right side and complete to Thomas. This one is stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. The result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw a strong first half from our quarterback. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Gunn and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try to hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Starting the second half of the run by McCaffrey. They'll get a nice chunk there, the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Bridgewater now. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Jordan Hicks, 3rd in the NFL in tackles a year ago, there to make the play. As we normally do, let's look ahead to what's to come here in the NFL for Week 6. Some changes to the schedule in this most unusual season. But CD, I've earmarked a few here. I've got Cleveland and Pittsburgh, Green Bay and Tampa Bay. Of course, that's going to be a lot of fun. Arizona, Dallas, Monday night, and then you got Buffalo, KC moved from Thursday to Monday to account for Buffalo playing on Tuesday in Week 5.
Yeah, let's just go ahead and start with that one because that Buffalo-Kansas City game, as you mentioned, was originally a Thursday night feature game. Then they moved it to Sunday, and then they had to move it to Monday because of the juggling of the schedule in this most unusual season. Arizona-Dallas Monday night, that feels like an old-school kind of a game, doesn't it? And now we'll have Andy Dalton, the quarterback for Dallas. And Green Bay, Tampa Bay, that's simple. Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady. And Cleveland, Pittsburgh, how great is this now to feel like it's the old AFC North battle with Cleveland fully in the fight?
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 31. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. That is just what the defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. He starts by handing this off to Drake. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
Well, there's someone who's running the football with a big smile on his face. That's Kenyon Drake. Because you remember last year he was in Miami, wasn't getting many carries, not a lot of success, but in midseason, ended up in Arizona and became a huge weapon for the Cardinals. 8 touchdowns the second half of the season, utilized really well. Big-time skilled player who can run it and catch it out of the backfield. He has probably found a home and a place for his talents.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. That catch good for only a couple.
I think it's okay that they didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. So a failure to connect on 2nd down. That leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, and here's Murray. And he'll go underneath here to Drake. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Talk about that strategy there, Brandon. 3rd down. They just said, we got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Arizona. And the punt will reside in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Carolina getting set to take the field. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe making a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of pop one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And he's got it complete to Anderson. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 of enemy territory. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
There's Christian McCaffrey with another run CMC as he's known in the Carolina area. Easily the most productive running back in the league last season. 2,392 yards from scrimmage. He's just so dangerous every time he gets the football. Whether you hand it to him, throw it to him out of the backfield, just imagine if they had the guts to let him return kicks as well. This guy is a true triple threat.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play at 2nd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. That's going to be caught by Samuel. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Here's Bridgewater. And that will be incomplete.
That's That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a two-score game. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And still just down one score. We'll see how big of a role that missed field goal plays because it, of course, could have pushed this to a two-possession deficit for them. And that one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a one-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been two scores. Murray now on first down. They'll set up the screen break. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they got momentum going, so I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you get them rocked on their heels.
Murray now on first down. They'll get this to his running back, Edmonds. Not much there, only a yard.
All defense is worried that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. From the gun, Murray on the slant, complete to Hopkins. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 26. A gain of 13, it's a first down. If you're going to
base, and he takes off.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Murray. This will be caught just inside the 10. And they corral him just a yard shy of the end zone. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. First down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. They'll get 2 out of that run. It's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here. This close, sneak it.
I don't think even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd and goal now in a one-score game. To his left, and he will score. Touchdown Cardinals. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, But if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the play that polished it off was the touchdown run by Kyler Murray. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. On the return, it's Pharaoh Cooper. And he'll give it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Carolina offense about ready to go. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Here's Bridgewater. That'll be taken in by Anderson. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. What do you think? Play this safe? Just worry about getting to OT?
Yeah, don't make any risky throws. It's going to change the outcome. But if anyone slips, take the big shot.
Clock running, about to hit 90 seconds to go in the game. Bridgewater. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it third down.
Well, that sets up a big third down. Now the decision has to be, do you run it here for OT, or do you go ahead and press it downfield?
He'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Bridgewater to throw. Escaping the pressure right. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards in the first. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Yeah, that goes for 30 yards.
That's a well-thrown ball right there. This is where arm strength pays off because he's got to be able to get the ball both downfield and to the sideline. And that's one of the more difficult throws for a quarterback. And he put it right where it needed to be.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Bridgewater going to give this to McCaffrey. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on third down. Now a run with McCaffrey. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of one.
Partner, you get about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. They'll spot it at the 40. It's a 50-yard kick for the win. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Oh, that heart has to be pounding inside the chest of Joe Sly. They'll spot it at the 40. It's a 50-yard kick for the win. And he got it. He splits the uprights from 50 yards out. And the Panthers have won the football game. A little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. The end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaunt. This has been a presentation of the AFL on EA Sports. The Panthers are winners here as we say so long from Charlotte.
Alright, there you have it. The Panthers are winners over the Cardinals 10-7. We're gonna end this show, and I'll be back tomorrow with another live show. So please like and subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day.